The pedophilia themed 25th dress up.
Dress up as your favorite one.
Yeah.
I'll be Michael Jackson.
Favorite. So you want teleportation?
Yes.
And I'll be like, okay, you can only teleport to the Middle East.
Welcome back to Critical Banter, where we take the best bits from your favorite late night shows and package them into a podcast. This week's episode, a little different. 151, very special number to us. We won't tell you why, but it's very special. Today's episode will be all of your questions once again. We've asked you the past 2 weeks, and this week we'll be answering all of them in a very long Ask TCB. Before that, throughout the week, we've got me, Miguel, we have Seni.
Hello, hello.
And we have Rohit, who will explain why 151 is very special.
G'day, boys. 151 has a very special place in my heart. It's, my favorite number is 7. If you add the digits of 1, 5, and 1, you get 7.
Beautiful.
And we'll leave it at that. I want to talk about something that happened recently that I heard. One of the greatest stories maybe of all time. And it involves a story about drugs, mules, and accidents.
Enough about your trip to Cuba.
I think you've already told this one.
So basically, one of my mates, I was talking to him, and he's like a bit of a drug fiend. Like, he loves his weed. He goes to like Mount Kringai or Royal National Park to like just have a bit of a doobie, as they say in the circles.
Why do you have to go that far? Don't you just do it in the comforts of your own home?
Well, apparently, yeah, he's a bit worried about that sort of stuff. So like the other day, he was trying like brownies, and so he hides his brownies in like his room or whatever. And so like went along this day, you know, chilling out, having a couple of brownies, called it a day, and it's like half left maybe. There's a couple more left.
Yeah.
And then he's at work the next day, and his mum's taking the brownies and just like, oh, like sick brownies. Like, I'll put them in the fridge.
I want a bit of chocolate.
Yeah. And then she's left in the fridge, and poor dad has come in after a long shift.
Long day at work.
And he's opened the fridge and he's looked inside. He's like, oh, you know,
My favorite.
yeah, mum's made brownies. Excellent. Have a bit of dessert. And so these brownies, you're only supposed to eat half. Dad ate 3.5. And then all hell broke loose. So dad's now sitting there like on the couch.
Just waved.
Just like, no, but he doesn't know what's going on. Obviously, he's just had brownies.
He's been, dry.
No, he's getting food poisoned or something. He's just he's talking to his wife. He's like, I feel really weird. And then like son gets home from like work as well. Mum's like, I think we need to take dad to the hospital. Like, can you please drive him to the hospital? And then he's like, oh, like, what's wrong with dad? And he has a chat to dad. And dad's like, son, so I'm seeing things. And so he then realizes what's happened after he's seen the half-eaten brownies on the table. And now he's got a decision to make. He's like, do I tell my dad that you're actually not dying? Because dad's screaming, I'm dying. Or do I just take him to the hospital and like play innocent? He told me that he also didn't realize, like, he was also worried that if he took his dad to the hospital and they found like drugs in his system, they'd like take him to jail. So like, which is not how it works.
Is it not?
No.
Bro, you've taken them. That's illegal. You've done something illegal.
I think the illegal part is only
Having them.
selling it,
No, it's
right?
having them.
Having them.
Yeah. If you take them, like if you're any in doubt, just consume it because it's then
It's done.
Consumption
now
is
legal.
not illegal.
No.
Consumption's not illegal.
Possession is okay.
Because then, like, imagine this situation, you're like overdosing and you're like, oh, should I die or like should I go to jail? Like,
That's on you. Look at all the foods you eat.
no. So now he's having this like internal struggle in his head. Like, should I take my dad to the hospital or should I try and like calm him down after he's taking like 6 times the recommended dosage?
Oh, God.
Anyway, so he's stressing out about that. And eventually he decides, all right, I might tell my dad what's happened here.
He's got the munchies.
Yeah. Like, dad, you're not dying. You're just very, very
Just
high.
tripping.
Yeah, just go to sleep. Like, you'll have the best sleep of your life. And so his dad then, I think, started to like relax a bit more, go for the ride, which I thought was nice. But I was just thinking, like, if I was ever in that scenario, like, is honesty the best policy there? Or is it you just take him to the hospital and just...
Because like what? You take
Whisper
him to the
into the
hospital, what do
nurse.
they do? Like, they can't really do anything, right?
They're going to figure out it's because of Mary Jane. And then what?
Exactly. What do
Gotta
they do?
concoct
It'll be
even
the
bigger
same thing.
lie.
They'll just tell him to sleep it off.
But then like
you got to be like, how did that get in your system? Oh. You got to do that whole thing.
no, but then,
Seems.
no, but you're not thinking like eat the brownies. Like your dad might just think, oh, like I don't know, I got it from coming home from work or something. I don't know.
What do you mean got it coming home from work? It's not cold. Why don't you just pick it up and throw it on the bus?
Yeah.
Then your dad's full retracing his steps. Like, oh, I ate eggs for breakfast. Could have been. No. Exactly. I sat next to Joe at work. It smelt a bit funny. Was it that? Then
Suddenly the
you're fucking with your dad's head.
gaslighting your dad.
Exactly. Gaslighting him.
So what did his parents say?
You smoked weed yesterday, Dad.
Yeah. Well, his parents were like, can you just please not do drugs in the house?
Oh, that's it. They were fine.
They were okay with it, I think. Well, like they had to be. He was apparently very remorseful or whatever. He's like, sorry, I drugged you, Dad. Like, that's quite a funny story.
But you also owe me $100.
So that's why he goes to national parks now to have a doobie.
Yeah, pretty much. In other news as well, I have placed an order for the Mr. Potato Head. So
Oh, forgot all about
I
this.
actually did forget about that.
So that-
I wanted to forget all about
now that comes in a week, and so I'll be giving my first attempt. I'll see how many seconds. Just like to remind you all that the world record is 4.76 or something like that.
5.69.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, 5 point. Is it?
Yeah.
You don't even know the record.
Whatever. It's
Aim for 4 point, whatever you said.
and Ascend said it is comically slow.
It is actually, it's doable. I'm excited to see you try it.
Are we going to see your first attempt? You should do your first attempt live on air.
No.
So we see the
Oh,
starting
before
point.
and after.
We see the starting point, and then we see your growth as an individual.
Okay,
That's-
all
I
right,
like
fine,
that idea.
fine.
I like
Exactly. So we'll see you mocking the 5 as slow, and then we'll see
It'll
you
be like
doing
10 seconds at the beginning, but I'll shave that. I'll shave like seconds.
A second a day, really.
Probably second attempt, I would say.
third attempt. You've got the record. She probably only attempted it once.
No, she definitely practiced. She's obviously
come on.
learned the strategy.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Fair enough. I've got something this week. So, as you boys know, it is my birthday coming up, and I'm trying to plan. 25th birthday, I feel like is a milestone. So I'm trying to plan something with your Mrs. Rose, but I've had to sternly say we will do something if it's not the sweet 16th as she
I think that's fair.
wanted to do.
I think we discussed that on the podcast
Yeah.
a few weeks
We
ago.
absolutely did.
The pedophilia themed 25th dress up.
Dress up as your favorite one.
Yeah,
I'll be Michael Jackson.
favorite.
I'll be an alleged Michael Jackson.
He did nothing wrong. Don't besmirch Michael
Great
Jackson's
idea.
name.
Anyway.
No, it's not a great
Continue.
idea. I'm trying to figure out what to do because, as I've told you, said in private, my funds are quite low.
Yeah.
As I've been, this is a whole other story. My funds are low because I just have so many luxury expenses. I went to Canberra the other week.
True.
Bought a PS5 the other week.
Are these all planned expenses?
That's a good expense.
PS5, no, because PS5 you buy when it's available. You can't plan it.
True,
in advance.
yeah.
So when I see the Twitter notification of the account I follow that gives me notifications whenever it's on sale, I had to buy straight away, regardless of my funds. Anyways, I'm quite low on the finances, which I told Sam on Monday morning. And then Monday night, we went to dinner. And no, dinner, fine, essential. But then went to dessert after, and I'm like, I walked in 5 seconds. I'm like, you know what? I will treat myself to the most expensive scoop here.
Oh no!
Like, oh, you have to pay like an extra
It was
$1
an extra
for.
$1 for that scoop.
What was the scoop?
It was like premium matcha.
They had a normal matcha and a premium matcha, and the premium matcha was an extra $1 per
And I'm
scoop.
like, you know what? I will just treat myself here.
Yeah, fair enough. Have you ever thought about getting a credit card? That's what I do. Sound financial advice.
I think that's dangerous.
Just
Yeah, in
tap
the
away,
wrong
baby.
hands, that could be.
Given my expenditure recently,
Okay, so low fund 25th. Is
low
that
funds, but not no funds. Like, let's put that clear. Because I always maintain if you can't afford to host something, don't
don't
do it.
host it?
So my debacle is like I can happily host something in my house, but I feel like let's go to town, let's go to the city, let's do something.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
What did you think?
I don't know when you said go to town, hosting the pedophilia theme again.
Get your mind elsewhere. Anyways, I'm
Yeah.
thinking that, but I'm like, city, if I rent another fucking place, it might be 2.0 of brownie situation.
Yeah.
Well, half the
Right.
attendance, which we told like 100. Wow, like 100 episodes.
Yeah, no, remind. No one's
was a
going to
while
remember
back.
that.
Long story short, I had
23rd, maybe? Yeah.
with his missus again.
22nd, I want to say.
One of those.
Whatever. Ages ago.
And then one person cooked some weed brownies and took out half the party.
Literally. The only people who didn't take it were the boys. So me said,
Yeah.
Migs, and like a couple other dudes were just like sitting there playing
So-
Paranoia or something. While like
Logo quiz.
Yeah, logo quiz. While the girls legitimately were like The Walking Dead.
Greened out.
Yeah, terrible.
So my aim is to avoid another one of those. So that's why I want to get a venue, hire a venue.
Oh, you want to hire a venue?
but also not really hire a venue because actual venue hire costs a lot. So I'm thinking go with one of those places where you can get a private function room or a room or part of a bar or something.
Yeah.
You only need to have a minimum spend.
Yeah, let's do Kush Pav. Does that?
What color skin do you think
Dude,
we have?
We do not belong at the Kuji Pab.
Let's
I will
go.
get
We're
right
actually
out there.
abused at Kuji Pab.
Beautiful venue right near the beach. Kush Beach right next door. I love it.
I'll throw that on the short list. Anyways, so that's what I'm thinking, like a minimum spend thing. So I'm looking, let's say 30, 40 people is like 1K, 1.5, 2K.
Yeah.
How much of that, let's say it's 1K.
Right.
How much of that 1K has to come out of my pocket?
What?
Minimum spend.
What do you mean? I'm so confused.
Do I have to
Yeah,
put a
I don't
bar
know what that
tab? Do I have
means.
to get food for you guys?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
food-
Yeah. Well, that's how else are you going to hit the min spend?
Get you fuckers to buy your own drinks.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
So you can.
I think food is
food.
As in, like, I'm not
Food
going to make
minimum.
you.
Yeah, be absolute
Yeah,
minimum.
obviously.
Yeah.
And then put maybe a small bar tab.
Yeah, small
to start
bar
us
tab.
off, get the momentum going, and then after that, just let us to our own
Roam
devices.
free.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I want to plan this 1K. 1K.
That's the budget.
Food is what? Couple
I
hundred?
actually don't know how much food costs these days.
One of the
No,
places,
that is-
one of the places had pizza $20 each.
Oh my days.
No, I think food is actually quite expensive because like you do it per head. It's like
that'll wrap
$20 per head.
So about $600. Then you're looking just for food.
Is that not enough?
I
I think
say
that should be enough.
it will, like depends. Like maybe just plan it in a time where you don't actually need to eat. Like a post dinner sort of thing.
Nah, if you're inviting people for a party, you have to have food. We
Yeah,
discussed this.
cup-
Remember, you went to that
housewarming with
with one
BYO
bag of chips
food.
between like 40 people.
maybe
so-
not pizzas, but like finger food. Let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do like
Chips are-
canapes, like arancini balls, meatballs, stuff like that. Like,
This-
stuff like
this-
finger
How much
food.
money do you think?
This guy goes
Arancini
to
balls, what the
gold class and has arancini balls as
I'm thinking
massive sundays.
French fries and a bit
Yeah,
of
like
tomato
so-
sauce. bro.
Sweet
Bowl of
potato fries.
M&Ms on the side.
BYO, M&M's. So give me a bowl at the venue.
No, I think you're not gonna have much choice with the food. Like you'll have like a menu, but it'll
Yeah,
be like
based on what they give.
it'll be like a lot. It'll be a lot per person. That's what I'm saying. Depends on what you want to have.
Well, that means most of your min spend is taken with the food. So I mean, that's a good thing.
That is true.
And then you only have to then you can just let us
Yeah, just
buy
make up the
drinks then.
difference. No, make up the difference to drinks, and the rest is.
So I'm thinking, let's say it gets to a point where min spend is 2K, right?
Yeah.
We're leaving in half an hour. We've spent 1.5.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
You have to make up the rest. I'm
You have
pretty
to,
sure.
yeah, you have to stump up the rest.
What do you mean you have to stump up the rest?
So as in, let's say we only get to 1.5, like
Yeah.
you said, and it's min spend 2K. They'll ask for the extra $500.
I'll just say no.
Just walk it. We've had
Walk out, yeah.
Just walk out.
Okay.
No, I think they put your card or take deposit. They have checks and balances in place.
No, you
Make
sign
sure
a
don't just
contract,
walk
I'm
away.
pretty sure.
What the fuck? Like a 1 year contract, bro.
So wait, hang on. Like, how much do you want to spend? I think that's the real question. It's like, it doesn't matter what the
It
min
sounds
spend
like you
is.
don't want to spend.
How much? What's your budget?
I don't know what my budget is.
But you-
Because I think your miss is also low on funds.
No, I was gonna say, I just like whatever it is, it's divided by 2 anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, surely that makes it easier. So if
Maybe,
you're looking
maybe
at
I'll
one,
ask for non-box gifts. That'll.
It's a great idea. Yeah, crowdfunding.
just for that, I'm not getting it.
Yeah, Miguel needs like a PS5 like controller skin, maybe. Like,
Yeah.
that looks helpful for him.
No, surely we get you and like your missus like a joint.
She has an
something you
outlet.
can both use.
Let's humanize her. She's your friends too.
Well, I don't know if you wanted to, keep that guys up.
To be fair, she's been on the podcast
She
as
has.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I didn't know. We maybe get something a joint gift for you and Cindy to use.
Maybe we'll both want non-box.
She definitely wants non-box gift. She's on like government pension right now, like living
This is not
at
a
a home.
fundraising charity event. This is your birthday. I'll
You
get
give
you
us
what
a
you want.
gift, which we will give back to you.
Yeah.
Through booze under the guise of a party. It's all a ruse, really. You're funding your own drinks.
Speaking of like gifts and Mog's gifts, I think you just choose what you want to spend and like see what she wants to spend and just add that number up. And that
Might be
is,
a dangerously low number there.
I think that's fine. I'm honestly like 25th is. Did you expect free drinks at a party? Like that's not a 21st. I don't think I expect free drinks.
Yeah, that's also
I expect food. At
that's
least,
also
but not
my
drinks.
question.
Yeah.
What as a guest are you expecting? Food, I
just food.
agree.
Food, I'm absolutely
Given, that's a
expecting.
given.
Drinks now.
Drinks
Venue,
is-
I'll sort out, but you come and drink your own drinks.
Yeah,
That's
I think that's honestly.
I think that's fine.
Like fair, especially if you're low on funds. Like I know, like Zinni is literally like the poorest person I know. Like
I find that hard to believe.
actually though, she got done. Yeah,
Quite
anyways.
literally, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
The parent, I sit around high circles,
All right, champion.
But speaking of like gifts, right? So I've got a couple of weddings that I need to go to. What's an appropriate number for a wedding gift?
As in, are you going to give money?
I think so.
I think.
Did you have the same question about something else? Engagement?
But that was going to a wedding where you didn't know the person. This is going to a wedding where you do
My
know,
friends,
like
yeah.
quite, you know them quite well.
How closely? Close friend.
Like very close
You
friends.
should
Yeah.
be spending a decent amount.
Yeah.
Yeah,
should be a
okay, thank
decent
you. But
amount
what
of
is that
money.
decent amount?
Isn't there like a wedding list?
Register, yeah. Is that a register?
So there's no. So one wedding has a registry. The other wedding is like they haven't said anything, so I just assume it's
Cash only.
cash only.
It's BYO as well. No, then for the like the one with the register, surely just buy something off there.
No, but there's such a wide array, right? I can buy him spoons on the. He wants
No, but
spoons.
isn't the thing? Yeah, so don't they just choose what they want and then you just go in and buy it, right? Isn't that how it
No,
works?
but I think he's saying on the list there are spoons.
Like I can spend.
Don't buy the spoons. We're not saying buy the spoons.
But that's what I'm saying. Like there's stuff on like what's the amount I should be giving? Because
at
like for
least-
example, I'll buy the spoons, but then I'll also buy.
What's the most expensive one they have there?
I think I have like a coffee machine for like $1,000.
How close are you to this person?
Like close.
Because like mum and dad are buying the coffee machine. That's sort of like best friend is buying the coffee machine.
yeah.
Yeah. You're
You're a tier below, then you're going mid tier, like a couple hundred.
300-400 maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe even 500 if you like them a lot.
I think okay. So are you talking about? So I have a wedding on the 21st and the 27th. You're saying I have to shell out $1,000, and one of the weddings is in Canberra as well. So I gotta shell out for the hotel, shell out for the wedding. It's like actually
No one's forcing you to go.
Yeah,
right?
no, but
there's no gun
No one
to your
has
head.
forced you to go.
obviously I have to go. But isn't it kind of like a low key burden, like to go to weddings?
How dare they invite you to one of those
Yeah, the
happiest moments of
moment
their
of their
life?
life.
How dare they?
Just
They'll
like
feed you. They'll
Then
give you
don't
drinks.
fucking get the most expensive one.
no. But I just want to talk openly about weddings for just 1 second.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I am so grateful that I have to go to your wedding, and like I will get you a nice gift, obviously,
Yes.
right? But like, it's kind of a stitch up. Like wedding season sounds exciting when you think about it, but when you're looking at your budgetary finances, not so exciting.
Yeah, from a financial perspective, I could say that, but my 25th, for example, right? You're going to get, even if you don't give me money, you're going to give me
Yeah.
a gift, right?
Yeah.
That's going to cost you how much for, like, I don't know, let's say 50, right?
Right.
And then I'm probably
a bit
giving
generous.
you, whatever, $50 worth of drinks, right?
Yeah.
So financially, you're not gaining or losing anything.
Oh,
Wedding, they're hiring the venue, they're paying
Photographers,
cake,
makeup,
food, all that.
like clothing, dude, it adds up. So
They
at
also
least
have
you can
money
do is
out.
give them some $300-400.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the food, drink, whatever you get will be a couple hundred worth.
Yeah, that's another thing.
You're
Like,
seeing in a nice venue.
You are
That
seeing a
costs
nice
money
venue.
higher. So I think parties in general, net zero. I don't think you're gaining or losing, bro.
I think for a wedding you're losing quite considerably.
Who wins if everyone's losing money?
The
The
bride.
vendors,
Yeah, the wedding videographers are the ones that win.
videographers, yeah.
They come in with the camera, shoot for a
Maybe
couple
you
of
do that.
minutes.
You offer some services instead of getting them a gift.
No, but-
what do they need? A
Wash their
ring
car.
bearer. Do you need one? Florist.
I was thinking like $400-500
Yeah.
each. Like that's like, and they're like good friends. Like
That's a close friend.
That's better.
that's enough, right? Like
Yeah.
that's not on the low
Again,
side.
divided by 2, so.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking. Yeah, but I don't. She's not.
Again, she's
Yeah.
the poorest person you know. So
That's an outrageous claim, I must say. The poorest
she's
person
done us
I
so
know.
dirty on this.
Not one of.
Well,
The.
Well, to be fair, like we're all working at the moment. She doesn't work. She's still a student.
So
What
can
does
she
want-
afford to be having
a
such
student of what?
It doesn't matter what she's studying.
It's right. She's a student, so she's getting no money.
she's getting no money, and then she also has to live out of home, and we all live at home.
The poorest.
Not outrageous. Anyways, let's move on to Ask TCB.
Alrighty, fellas, the much anticipated Ask TCB. We have been begging you guys for 2 or so weeks now to send in all your questions. So thank you for sending them in via Instagram, TCB Appreciation Society, Facebook. So just a heads up. The next time you want to submit your question, send them in there. Senny, you've got the questions up.
Yep. I have got the questions. Some are anonymous. They've asked, and otherwise, if you haven't said, I'm just going to read your name out.
Good.
First and foremost, we've got Cal, who says, "Is Jack's X-ray still the rarest thing we've encountered on this podcast?" I assume they've just said rarest thing we've ever encountered. And I'm going to assume it's on the podcast, not in general,
Because in general, you should see us three behind the scenes.
yeah, exactly. There's countless stories. I think in terms of the podcast, yes, I think so. That
So-
man delivered as well.
Just for context, what was the story? He was on a night out, I believe.
Is it like a house party playing beer pong?
And then there was he had to chug one. And then
Yeah.
in that cup, there was a
A bottle cap.
he like swallowed it and had to get an x-ray and all that nonsense, right?
That wasn't rare. I just thought that was an excellent story. Because then after that, basically, he had like the X-ray. He sent us a photo of the X-ray with the bottle cap inside of him, and then his dad, I think, printed that X-ray out and then framed it and gave it to him.
Wasn't his like graduation gift or something? As well?
Yeah, it was a gift.
That was pretty funny.
That's the rare aspect of it.
But like, I don't think that was in the echelon of rare moments.
Okay.
That
what do you have then?
Of people on the podcast?
Just like any rare story that we've had written in.
The nice flow story.
Maybe also thought Senny getting pushed while he's pissing on a door. That was funny.
But again, that wasn't rare. That was just some aggressive.
Senny was busting and piss on like the door of some residential place. The owner was there like grabbing him and pushing him and said I had to run mid piss.
That is up there as well. Yeah, there's like a couple ones. I don't think the Jack story was that rare.
It was a good story. I think I agree with you, but I can't. Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't remember any. We've had some like good rare ones that have come through. I would argue a lot of our listeners are rare from what I've seen and heard. So
and what has been sent in today.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll leave that maybe up to the listeners to decide if that is the rarest thing they've heard. Addo says, if you could choose one power and one curse that comes with that power, what would it be?
Maybe the power, I'd want unlimited money. And then
it's not a power.
That is a power. And then
fine, but it's only Russian rubles or Chinese yuan.
I was gonna say that the curse is like I just get invited to lots of weddings.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't know, teleport or time travel, and the curse is my dick is too big. Like, oh fuck, I'm cursed, boys. Oh no.
I think okay. But like for reals though, I do like unlimited money, but it's Russian rubles, or maybe like. Yeah, like flying, but I can only go like, I don't know, 10 Ks an hour or something.
Yeah, something stupid.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Like, why do I need to answer this question?
Why do you need to
full
answer
stop.
the question? Because Addo wrote in and we're going to give him an answer or her an answer. I can't tell from
Don't
the
assume.
DP.
Good. Don't assume. Good.
Can't
That's
tell.
good for me. Teleport would be my power. But I'm trying to think of what's a relevant curse.
No, how about this, right? How about you, we choose the power, I'll choose the power, and then like you choose my curse.
All right, and vice versa.
And then vice versa. So you want teleportation.
Yes.
And I'll be like, okay, you can only teleport to the Middle East. There's your curse.
What's wrong?
Yeah. Nothing's wrong. You like Israel. Like
You can only teleport to female bathrooms. That's it, just at all times. So you always look
That's
like a creep.
actually interesting though, because you can actually teleport anywhere. You're not restricted like Middle East. Right?
Yeah. Like you can
I
teleport.
want to go to the city. I've got to go to
true.
town hall station, female bathroom, and then
just walk up.
No, then it's a game. You've got to sneak out of the cubicle.
But that
does sound fun, actually.
But every time you do it,
Yeah, but
you
I don't have to teleport. So if I'm feeling it,
No,
then
imagine
I'm
if this
feeling
guy
it.
wants to go to like Italy or something. Like, yeah, I'll cop a bit of awkwardness. You know,
save like a couple grand on flights and time.
Yeah, you just keep it excuse. Like you're fine, dude.
I'm not from here.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one. That's a good one. My power, I think, would be. I don't know. I think I like. What's that thing where you can like read people's minds, and don't just say mind reader?
I was just going to say mind reader.
Yeah, whatever. I want to.
Telekinesis? No.
No, that's like when you can move things. Okay, whatever.
Telepathy.
Mind reading. What's my curse?
You can mind read, but you can only it gets sent to you in Arabic.
What is this theme today?
All right, that's fine. I'll just learn.
You can
Arabic.
only mind read pedophiles.
No, I don't know any better. That's
No,
just
so you can figure out who's a
useless.
pedophile.
Yeah, exactly.
You can only mind read criminals.
Yeah, that's better.
That's good, actually. Okay, I'll take that.
That's actually not a.
That's interesting.
But then again,
It's a bit of a curse.
if you can read your mum's mind,
True.
then
Yeah, like a family member that
what
you
are you even
find.
doing?
Yikes.
All right, next one is anonymous. They've asked to be kept anonymous. So they say, how would you go about getting a prom date? Well, anonymous, we are from Australia, so we don't have prom here.
What is that? Year 12 formal? Is
Yeah,
that
I assume it's year 12.
Here's what you do.
All right, here we go.
step one?
You get you and your boys, and then you make a bet. Everyone has to get a date for prom or formal. And if you don't, you get hit in the balls
By each male.
by each male. We did that bet. Sen did not bring someone. We are here today to redeem that sackwack. So get upset and we're going to hit your balls.
I did get hit.
No, you
by one
didn't.
person.
One. I didn't get my satisfaction.
I got hit by one person, and that's it. We didn't say it was every single person. It was just you get hit.
No, bro. It was everyone.
I thought it was everyone. But who else didn't bring a date that day?
There was a few, I think.
Oh, so,
Jeffrey. He's been on the podcast. Fuck it. I'll name drop him.
so he, so
Said
Call
like
out.
10 or some shit.
Okay, so it's actually not that effective a strategy if like half the people on the table didn't bother bringing you a date. Step number one is don't go to a boys' school, I think is really where it all began. But I think if you want to get a date, like
Just ask.
no, surely you've got like, it depends, right? Are you tuning this girl or is she just like, you just want to bring a mate? Do you know
That
what I'm saying?
is essential as well. Do you have someone in mind, or do you just want the idea of
You
having
can
someone?
obviously get a prom date and
It's not obvious.
sorry.
It's important.
You can get a prom date if you want just like if you just want like your mate to come along.
You want a body.
Yeah. Yeah. Body, easy. But like woman who, is more than a body, that is a little bit more challenging, I would say. But I think like I've seen promposals or whatever, and they're quite elaborate, and I'd say steer clear of that, even if it is the culture. I think a bit tacky.
I don't think you have to go too overboard,
No.
because don't put that insane amount of pressure with the whole shebang of, I don't know what they do, big ass sign and like all that.
It's all in public as well. Like what happened to a bit of
Embarrassing.
privacy these days?
Exactly. If someone, you're tuning, bit of intimacy. I'm sure they'd appreciate a direct question. Would you like to go to prom with me? Type vibe.
Yeah.
Don't beat around ask early, I feel, as well.
Yes.
I feel like that's a typical thing where, week before people are taken. Maybe the girl wants to go with you, but she's been waiting around, hands on her, I was going to say dick, but that's not applicable.
Yeah.
It's twiddling her thumb.
Maybe.
Twiddling her thumbs.
You never know. Twiddling her thumbs, waiting for you to ask. And then Joe Blogs, asked a week before, but she was like kind of holding off. But it got to the point where, it doesn't seem like you're going to ask. So,
Yeah. Well, is this a bold statement? Like, I feel like very few people say no to like prom, because I feel like the people that you ask
Is someone
that you expect to like probably say yes.
Yeah, you're not asking some random person who you've never met and never spoken to. So
like use that.
Surely, I hope so.
Well, that should be like, should weigh on your conscience. Like, it's not that nerve wracking, because like most likely they'll say
it's
yes.
an event you're going to go to, right?
Yeah.
You need someone. Get someone.
All right, next one is from Elliot, and he says, "Who gets cucked the most out of the boys?"
In what regard? I feel like I got cucked eating the chili sauce last week.
That was fair.
We actually had a soccer match like after that, and 90 minutes of like running, and my stomach is like doing somersaults, like burning up. I'll tell you what, though, that's Miguel has some weird fetish about buying chili stuff.
It's not weird.
I like it.
I hate
it's
it.
a great fetish. Because you're on the end, receiving end.
Elliot doesn't say in what regard. He just says who gets cucked the most.
Like,
out of the boys. If you mean
literal cuck, like their wife getting fucked, it's
it'd
Kush.
be-
Kush's wife gets fucked in front of his eyes. But
in our conceptual definition of getting cucked, just in general, I think it's a good mix of all of us.
Yeah,
really.
I think it's pretty even Stevens.
I don't know, the more recent ones I remember, Manny's had a few.
recent, but I feel
Kush has had a few as well.
But I feel like I didn't dob myself in prior to that.
What was your ones?
What were they?
There was one that happened at your work recently.
Oh yeah, the fucking person threw away my reusable
park.
container.
True.
And I think before it was a lot of roast.
Yeah, a lot of
cucked.
that was bad.
So I think it's a good mixture of all of us.
Man, he's getting cucked by his own body these days.
It's a gnarly sentence.
His body's breaking down.
Body's breaking down. First was the shoulder. Now it's
the gout. The
unconfirmed gout. Right? I might not be an old man, but the toe's swollen.
that's a
Soccer last week, I couldn't kick the ball. Ro was there dying, unable to run. I couldn't kick.
couldn't kick. Yeah.
What a Sen wasn't there. So
Dare I say, like probably the most fundamental part of soccer, like, you were not able to do. But I actually don't remember the last time you got cucked, Sen.
because he doesn't dub himself in.
I do. But I can't remember.
Cucked by the bloke that pushed you off when you were pissing. There you
Yeah,
go.
True.
I told that
a couple
story.
months ago. Yeah.
Like if it's a good one, I'll tell it. But if it's like a so-so one, I probably won't say it.
I think you're pretty boring if you don't get cucked.
You're not putting yourself in interesting enough situations.
Exactly. Like
where
you
get
should.
cucked.
You should be able to get cucked. Like, put yourself in positions where you could get cucked. That's the fun of life.
Like me going to work.
Yeah.
How fun.
Earning a living.
And next up, we have from Ransource, and he says, "What would the boys fare the best against? A bear, a hippo, an elephant, or a gorilla?" We just call him Ro. I'd like to get cut out.
Hippos are dead set.
Yeah,
The most dangerous like animals
yeah.
in the world.
I had one of the managers at work was telling me a hippo story. So he went on like
Who's on a date? Yeah, like sorry, go on.
he got stood up. He was in some I think Botswana or something. He was on a boat on like Drown River, which is like a tour, right? You go down a river, you see like the islands and shit. He's halfway through, and then like the tour guide is just like, oh, just like a heads up, if you see a hippo and it goes underwater, it means it's going to attack us. So just be careful
Just
of
casually,
that.
yeah. Like
What do you mean be careful of that? You tell me when you can't escape as well. And then as he's telling that, apparently, you see in the distance, a hippo
ducking
goes in the
down.
water.
Oh, no.
And then someone's like, oh, there's a hippo that went under fucking water.
Yeah.
What do we do? And then he's like, yeah, just jump out of the boat and like
What? Into the hippo-infested waters?
Because he's like, the hippo might try capsize the boat and attack the boat.
Yeah.
So just jump out of the water and run in zigzags because hippos can't move laterally.
I thought that was crocodiles.
I think that's maybe both.
Probably both.
Yeah.
When they sprint, they're deceptively quick.
They are. Yeah, they're fast.
They can't move side to side.
Oh, okay, right.
So he got told this halfway through a boat fucking trip when he's seeing hippos dipping and stuff. I don't think they got attacked.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's only if a hippo's like got shunned from their family or something. That's when they're like aggressive. Like they're on their own and aggressive. But
The ostracized hippos.
when they're not
They're just sad.
when they're not ostracized there
Yeah.
with the boys, with the family,
They're good.
They need to be provoked to attack.
Hippos also don't swim. They like run on the seabed floor. It's actually quite impressive. Like I was a phase where I used to watch like hippo attack videos. It's like quite brutal. Super interesting.
What about the bear, the gorilla, the elephant? How would we fare?
Elephants don't seem to be like
They're not aggressive. I don't
They're
think they're
big though. They're disgusting.
But I could outrun an elephant, I feel.
No.
I don't know. You're pretty slow.
You? No.
No.
Rohit, maybe.
So wait. So we have elephant, hippo, bear, wolf,
Gorilla.
gorilla. Gorilla and hippo, I have zero chance.
I would say none of them
Is
we
it
have any
us
chance.
4 versus 1?
No, it's just each of us individually.
None. Sorry, but
All right,
none.
fine. Even us 4 versus
Us
one.
4's a more interesting take.
All right. In that case, then maybe I think the bear. Honestly,
bear,
I
we got-
think like you got Khabib Nurmagomedov,
That's racist. No Magomedov.
whatever, and
He's
he's
like baby bears. It's not
So-
like he's like a big grizzly.
Yeah, but that's when he was a baby.
yeah, he was a kid. So I'm saying like, if at anyone 1-on-1, I think I got a chance with the bear. Like, let's be real, like 0.001%.
Do we just have to escape it or defeat it?
It just said, how would you go against it? So I'm assuming you're fighting it.
Because hippos, I know the hack. Run zigzags.
I think same with elephant, right? I don't think elephants have much lateral movement, no ACLs. So they're only vertical.
No, okay, we'll talk about fighting though. Obviously, you can outrun an elephant. I think.
I don't think so, bro. Barts didn't run away from Stampy.
That's what I said. I
so-
think I can outrun an elephant, dude.
No, you could. You probably isn't like so. Apparently, like humans can outrun basically any animal, given long enough. So like,
Yeah, a bear, hippo, gorilla, elephant. I think I can outrun most. Maybe not a hippo.
Not a hippo.
Apparently not a hippo.
yeah, not a hippo.
Especially if you're in the water.
Bear, I think, is
I think the fair
most reasonable
choice.
of the 4. Solo and as a team.
What did Leo do in like The Revenant? Didn't he destroy a bear as well? I didn't see that movie, but
Neither did I.
No.
okay,
did I.
okay, definitely. But there is a bear
Thanks
in
for
that,
that
and he does kill the bear.
Bear.
Okay,
All right. Next
Grills.
is from MCat94. He said, or she said, would you rather sit on a cake and eat a dick or sit on a dick and eat a cake?
Oh, fuck, it's our gaming. Would you rather
yeah, I
do
feel like
it?
we've answered this one already.
critical
So if you
bear
go
to
to Critical
gaming.
Banter Gaming and
On
look at,
TikTok.
like, one of the many would you rather have like 1 million plus views.
Surely it's
What did he say?
I'm not answering this question. I'm
come
gonna.
on, humor it.
Okay, so sit on a
So-
cake.
You have to sit on one and eat the other.
Yeah.
I'll eat the cake.
You're sitting on a dick.
Does it have to get inserted?
I think it's implied that it's inserted.
All I'm saying
If I
is
eat a dick, don't cook that.
What's more gay?
Am I? It's not gay unless it's gay.
So yeah, unless you make it gay.
I'm not making it, bro. I have to do it. Like
Yeah.
someone's making me do it. I'm not. So it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it as well. Let's put that out there.
I'm eating the cake.
By eating a dick, am I literally chomping on it and digesting it, or am I sucking it?
You're sucking it.
Because that changes the dynamic of the question.
I'm eating the cake.
Whereas
I'm eating the cake.
So you'd rather
I'm sitting on a cake.
what? You'd rather get inserted?
Eating a dick and sitting on a dick.
I like to focus on the positives, so
At least I get to eat cake as well.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm focusing on the
okay,
positives.
that's
I
what
just want to
you
eat some
said.
cake. Just while tears roll down my
I
face.
don't want to get inserted.
The
bro.
male G spot is
Nah.
in the prostate, so you never know. You might enjoy it.
All right, next
Don't
one.
knock it till you try it.
Next is from Jimmy, and he says, "What is the weirdest thing you've bought?"
Probably the Mr. Potato Head figurine.
Sure,
Probably the chili
Is that
spray
weird?
that I made Reed eat the other day.
I don't think I buy that much
I don't
stuff.
buy weird things. Yeah, I don't know.
You bought the dildo there at one time though.
That is true.
There you go.
That is actually very true. I did buy a dildo.
I don't. Because for some
Just gonna leave that there with no context.
I'm gonna leave it there. So you bought a dildo. To buy something that's properly weird, I feel like you have to put a lot of money into it, and I'm too.
No, you can buy. Chilsey buys what, dead people's jewelry. So I mean,
I bought a Minecraft sword the other day. Is that weird?
That's a bit.
And
Childish.
a light up Minecraft sword. I spent a good $10 on that.
Yeah, that's not that. I don't know. Like when I'm thinking weird, I'm thinking like I don't know, just like Chilsey's dead stuff or like some sort of niche hobby, maybe like beekeeping. Like I bought some. I don't know. I bought bees on the weekend. Like that's pretty weird.
I want to buy some crystals. Is that weird?
Yeah.
I'd put that up as what kind of crystals and what for?
The ones that will protect me
From?
They're evil spirits.
There's like a lot of like farmers markets. You just like wander around. I went
you
to
can buy,
Melbourne. They just crystals galore.
Oh yeah, the gua sha was up there. It's one of the weirdest things.
Oh yeah, we bought a gua sha. Oh, it's like a
jade.
like thing that
rock.
you put across your face to like smoothen out your face.
Meant to like help with blood circulation in your
Yeah.
face to make you look younger.
Yeah. So Sam and I we're in Melbourne, like just watching TV and gua sha.
Gosh, lad.
So that was a bit up.
That was up there,
because it was
yeah.
not something that I would normally.
Although
buy.
to be fair, there's like the gua sha and there's like the jade roller. And I'll tell you what, the jade roller feels amazing.
it felt nice.
It's legit. Okay, so the stone jade, and then it's like on a roller, and you just roll your
It's
face.
jade.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a J.
No, jade roller like is actually. I would like to purchase that.
I drove past a car the other day that instead of like having dice or boxing gloves on their thing, they had a dream catcher.
I see
Oh,
that a lot.
yeah, I see that, yeah.
I've seen that around.
That could be a worthy investment. My dreams have been going a bit.
But why in your car? Do you sleep in your car?
So I fall asleep at the wheel sometimes.
That's not a good thing.
What does the dream catcher do? Like,
So you know
what's
your
it supposed to do? I do in my dreams.
They catch them.
And then okay,
I think it
cool.
catches the nightmares. I think that's what it's meant to do.
And look at me. I got no idea.
So it
I
feels.
want to get some backup here. He doesn't know. So
I don't
I'm gonna go to
know.
you.
So it feels. So you're supposed to dream better. Is that what it is?
I think it like gets the evil spirits away from dream. I don't know.
I don't think that's weird. I think maybe like 10 years ago, like maybe like a while ago, it's weird. But because all these like crystals and all this nonsense is like filtering its way into society, becoming popular, it's actually not weird. I dare say,
It's more in vogue now.
yeah, much more in vogue.
Spammerella asked, if you had to do uni again, would you study the same degree?
It's an excellent question.
I'd argue I didn't study my first degree the first time. So, I mean, yes, because I didn't really want to do anything else. And I had no other strong passions or...
It's sad. This is what people don't tell you about. Like you just hear the people who are like, oh, I'm so passionate about this. But like most of the people just go, I'll just study whatever.
Yeah.
Like not too passionate about it.
Like I wouldn't do an arts degree. I think
What's wrong with that?
It's a cowardly way of doing it.
Mine over here.
But you had something and arts. I mean, like if you just purely did arts,
majoring in Chinese
English
studies.
literature or some shit. Thanks, man.
How do you
Guess we need
major in
Shakespeare to
the
be
people that
analysed
major
for 50,000 times.
Yeah.
People that major in a language, and that's your whole degree. I mean, what are you doing?
That's good.
Duolingo's free.
Yeah, Duolingo's free.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, what could they possibly teach you in these lectures that Duolingo couldn't teach you?
Would I study something else? Maybe.
Physio.
If I could
Did you
do-
say physio?
If I
Some
could
sort
do
of
something
sports?
of much higher regard.
But physio-
Lawyer, doctor.
You could have been a lawyer. Anyone like Macquarie University lets anyone be a lawyer. It was like dead set. Actually,
I did get an offer, to be fair. I got
Yeah.
an early offer into Macquarie Uni.
It's too much reading.
Would you have actually wanted to do law?
Probably not, to be
No.
honest. But if I were to do something else, it'd probably steer in that direction.
Yeah. You don't like.
But you know what? I enjoyed my time.
Yeah. I mean, I
Was
did
it
it.
that helpful? Not really, but you need a degree of some sort, and
It's just your ticket to get in. That's it,
sorted
really.
me out.
A $30,000 ticket to get in. What a euro?
Would I do a different degree? So I did like commerce and science. You did what? Commerce and arts,
Commerce
and
and
then you
media.
just did commerce.
Yeah.
Just all commerce.
Yeah.
Commerce.
It's, you know what? I said arts is for cowards. I think commerce is for cowards. as
Commerce
well.
is for smart cowards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, with not much creativity, like you just go do it, just vibe around for a few years.
I would have done a different degree. I would have done computer science or like software engineering.
Is that just because that's where the money is?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, all I'm seeing is on TikTok is like all these software engineers make like
Yeah.
500,000 a year.
And they're like 27.
yeah, and they're retiring
All
at
right,
30.
fair enough. Exactly. Yeah, you know what? Then fine. If that's what the angle was, then yeah, I would probably do something like that. I thought it was more like, is there something more you're passionate about, or
I'm passionate
He's passionate about money.
about retiring at 30.
Making money, bro.
I told my brother actually, so he just finished his HSC and he was like trying to choose a uni degree, and I was like, Byron, just do computer science, like just do it.
don't think,
Just do it. And he did it. So now he's doing it. He says it's like interesting. I think it's actually also super interesting to like build stuff.
I'm sure it is very interesting.
So I would have done that, I think, because like, I would have liked to build my own app. Like I have lots of ideas in my head, but I just can't do anything about them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's good that you don't.
yeah,
I've heard some of your ideas.
they're probably terrible, but like
Criminal.
At least I could. I actually had the Tinder swindle idea before the Tinder swindle had the Tinder swindle idea, just quietly.
Just a Ponzi scheme,
Just
isn't it?
yeah, Ponzi scheme. Like it didn't. Yeah. Anyways, computer science, software eng.
All right, we did get a audio question, which we did ask for, and we do enjoy when we get it. And this one's from Zachary Curtis.
Hey fellas, congrats on the 150th episode. The best podcast going, I reckon. Just found out I'm going to be a dad again for the second time.
Commiserations.
Just wanted to throw it over to you for some name suggestions. Curious to see what you come up with. Just for reference, my first son name is Achilles. Yeah, so all the best. Hope you go again for another 150. All right, thank you. Cheers.
Well, thanks for the question, Zach. Boys,
Congratulations on the
yes,
on the
congratulations
child.
On the newborn,
are in order,
yeah.
absolutely.
Thank you for the
Oh no, I
kind
mean
words.
congratulations to us for making it to 150. But also, yes, congrats on the baby. Did he say the gender?
the baby.
The baby. Did he say the gender?
No, I think you
So
should.
we're open to but chuck out boys and girls' names, or in between.
In between. Look,
I subscribe to all 36 genders.
you started with the Achilles, right?
Yeah.
You work way up. Maybe anterior cruciate ligament. Pelvis.
That is decent. So we're going. I was thinking more like.
Kneecap.
Exactly.
I was thinking more like Greek. Isn't Achilles also like some sort of Greek god?
It was a Greek warrior. So go on, name some Greek warriors, bro.
Maybe like Atlas, like something powerful for like the guy.
Zeus.
Nike.
Nike. Is that a name?
Yeah, it's like
Are you allowed to do that these days?
Adidas.
Adidas is not.
Zeus could be a good one.
Also, how many kids you plan on having? You could go down the Kardashian route, All their kids with a K.
So all these ones with A.
With
A.
Atlas.
Archie.
Oh yeah, that's good. But like
Antidote.
Artemis.
Artemis.
Could be
That's
good.
nice actually. But I feel like with those like weird like names, the kid has to suit the name. Like imagine if you
So what? His first kid was a fucking heel.
Or a warrior.
no, like you look at the kid, right? And you're like, oh, this kid looks like he's gonna be a warrior. Achilles. Imagine if like you pre-name Zeus in your head and you got
It's a
like
fucking beta man.
yeah, you got this
Coming out.
dopey dog that comes out. Like, I cannot name him Zeus.
But also, isn't Achilles isn't that like a name for a weakness, your weak spot? It's like,
Yeah.
maybe that's the theme they should go by, like the little vent in the Death Star. maybe that's name your kid Death Star.
Death Star middle name Vent.
Yeah.
That's the male names. Female names,
Female names.
yeah, I don't know. Just call him Melody or something. I don't know. It's a nice name.
I'll give him some.
Fucking hell, bro.
Well, the bodily ones can go both ways. They can both be male or female.
Is there a body part that
Patella.
is there another body part that could be a name?
Patella, that's not bad.
That sounds a bit like petunia, pedal.
No, Patella sounds like a guy or
Paella.
girl. Yeah. Paella.
Yeah. Delicious. Femur could be a name. What else? Hamstring.
I think femur and patella, dare I say, like are unisex names.
I would
Pedal.
say
Just call it pedal.
Peck.
Peck could
Peck,
be a good
yeah.
short for something.
Toriel.
Tory could be a good name.
That's
Short for pectoral.
Yeah, have a long form name, but then the short name is a respectable.
Have respect.
I like it. All right. Thank
I
you,
hope
Zach.
we answered your question, Zach. Please let us know if you did name your child any of those names. All right, boys. We also have some questions for Kush, but obviously the man is not here right now. But with the beautiful Rodecaster Pro retailing at $750, you can call your friends and family who are not here, and we can get them involved in the podcast. So, Ro, please
We'll give Kush a buzz so he
Kush
can
a
answer
buzz.
these questions.
Live now.
Yeah, cool.
Yo.
Very quick pickup. Kush, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well.
We have caught you on your off day, Kush, but the listeners have some questions for you, not for us. Kind of disrespectful, to be honest. But they are for you. Sani has the questions up, and we would love your answers.
All right, Kush,
Right.
first one.
Just one thing. I thought I put in my annual leave today. Did that not come through? Or?
We don't accept annual leave, unfortunately. It's
Oh, okay.
24/7.
Your request for emails for leave goes to junk. So.
Fair play.
All
Understood.
right. First one is from Boris, and he even started it with question for Kush, so just immediately disregards us. And he says, if you could be in any movie with him, what would it be and why?
Well, Boris, I feel like we do a great rendition of. Is it? Oh God, no. What is it?
Dumb and Dumber.
Harold and Kumar? No.
Harold,
I think we do great work there, Harold and Kumar.
And you're Kumar.
I am without a doubt Kumar.
And why do you reckon you'd do a good Harold and Kumar? You guys have
It's nothing
comedic
to do with
timing? Or?
enforcing stereotypes or anything like that. It's just more. It's more so that I think it'd be a great vibe. It's got sequels, it's comedy. Who doesn't like a bit of that?
And then also, like, just out of interest, like, would you be, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker in Rush Hour as well, or just also comedic timing?
Now you're playing a fine line here in terms of stereotypes. I'm going to say no, and I'll stick with Harold and Kumar.
It's a good answer. Next one is from Matt, and he says, Jungle is actually a good band. Kush has insane music taste. It's not a question. He just wanted to compliment your music taste. Are you still into Jungle?
Matt, what can I say? Of course I still listen to Jungle. I'm waiting for them to come to Australia.
Are they coming?
I hope so. They came around they had to cancel, I think, a couple of years ago due to COVID. So I'm waiting for them to come back and I'll be there. Best in, first serve. I'll be buying those tickets.
What about Dua Lipa? Where does she stand with Jungle? Above, below?
Jungle is still number one. It'll always be number one. Dua Lipa hits different, but not enough.
So you're not going to the nostalgia tour?
Nope, no, sir.
That's a shame.
Interesting. Any more questions for Kush?
That's all the questions we had for Kush.
I have a question for you, Kush.
Ben?
Why aren't you here?
Yeah.
Where are you?
That's a question I cannot comment on right now. Perhaps I will provide an answer next week once I get time.
What heinous activities are you
What
doing?
hate crimes are you committing?
Look, I think the train's about to come. Oh, looks like I have to go. What's going on? Tell us.
All right, thank you, Kush.
See you, Kush.
There it is.
Well, thanks for Kush for joining us. We've still got 2 more questions left in Ask TCP. And this one is from Parker, and he says, as someone majoring in conservation at college, in brackets uni, and who is volunteering with Birds of Prey currently, and also volunteering at a zoo for general exposure. I don't think you're allowed to do that with the animals. A dream of mine is to work my way up and work at Taronga Zoo or Australia Zoo. Thoughts on either zoo? Mainly Taronga because of vicinity to us. So, boys, what are your thoughts on Taronga Zoo?
Wait, where's Australia Zoo?
The one in Queensland, like near Gold Coast.
Why did the first half of this question seem like a flex? Why does it seem like he's flexing on us?
He's just giving
No,
us his CV.
context, dude. I like it. But I've never
appreciate
heard.
it.
I've never heard of anyone doing conservation, and that's a pretty sick gig. Like training birds of prey.
Also, isn't that a movie?
Birds of Prey is a movie.
Is it?
The one with, what's her face? Harley Quinn, anyway.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. Yeah, as in the movie was about Harley Quinn. Anyway.
Oh, right.
I like
What is he
Taronga
majoring
Zoo.
He majors in conservation at college and he's volunteering with Birds of
Why do I
Prey
think that was, what is it?
and also volunteering at a zoo for general exposure.
I thought it was conservatism or some shit.
I think that's music.
That's conservatorium.
Yeah.
Conservation.
What's one we hate the gays?
That's conservative.
That's conservative.
This is conservation.
Why are you speaking to Manny like he's a 4-year-old?
Because
Like,
he doesn't understand. So I have
So
to
what's
speak.
conservation?
It's like when you're like you
conserve the environment and stuff.
looking after animals.
Okay,
that
this
sort
makes
of
more
vibe.
sense now.
Quite the opposite of hating the gays. Let's not do Parker like that. I mean, he could, but he does it in his own time, separate to his work with the animals.
I like Taronga Zoo.
Isn't this the thing that came up with you recently, bro? Through your work, you were given an opportunity to sleep at the zoo.
Yeah.
Hang on.
So it's called Roar and Snore with Taronga Zoo. That's what they call it. And so like
Marketing
they're like,
department didn't spend much time with that name.
for the team building activity, they're like, do you want to go either kayaking down Kangaroo Valley or do you want to do like Roar and Snore at Taronga Zoo? And I was like, we went kayaking on New Year's Eve, and like that was fun. But like, I can do that on my own time. You know, it's a cheap expenditure. Roar and snore. That sounds like an experience that I don't think I do on my own dime kind of thing. True. So you just like sleep in like this tent, and then you get to feed the animals in the morning and go on a night safari. But Taronga Zoo does not have lions.
Yes, they do.
What?
Yes, they do. I literally saw one when I went 2 years ago.
Oh, when I went,
our take is pretty outdated.
Yeah,
this has been our take for like the past 5 years.
But they maybe they've got one in now. But like they didn't have it at the time.
Wait, also, when I went, no exciting animals, no tigers, no lions, no nothing.
I don't remember tigers, but they definitely have a lion, and he was sitting in a tree.
Interesting.
I have a photo of it to prove it, just in case I see Manny looking at me weirdly.
Don't believe it till I see it.
Wait, when was the last time you guys went? Was it when we went in year 8? Like in 2011?
Yes. Nah, I don't know, 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah, Taronga Zoo were having this thing where it's like on your birthday, you get to go for $1.
free?
It's like $1.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, so my poor girlfriend took me there. On my birthday.
Forgot about that.
Was your birthday just made up of all the freebies you get on a birthday?
Yeah. But
So
that,
breakfast was out of free pancakes on your birthday. Lunch is
good.
that was
free
good.
burrito
Though.
on your birthday.
I only did that 1 year because I was in uni and I
You
also
really had
was,
a lot of free time
yeah,
then.
had a lot of free time.
You were literally the poorest person I've met.
That is true. Yeah, at uni I was.
But Australia Zoo is the one with like Steve Owen and like Bindi and the other one. And like that's where they like feed the animals, like feed the crocodile, and like he dangled the baby to the crocodile and did all that malarkey. So that's why like that's also like a very famous zoo as well.
I think Australia
never
Zoo
been.
sounds more iconic.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
Taronga Zoo is nice.
But it's also in the middle of nowhere. It's
is
like in
it?
between Brisbane and Gold Coast.
Yeah, Taronga Zoo is a very nice location.
Prime
Yeah,
location.
beautiful area of Sydney.
I also don't know how Taronga stacks up against other zoos.
Like,
How do you compare zoos?
for example, you went to like Singapore,
Yeah.
right? You went to that night safari zoo thing, eh?
Yeah.
How did Taronga Zoo stack up to that?
Not great.
Not great.
Yeah, the night safari was pretty cool. You can see like the animals at night and shit.
So,
So if you did the roar and snore, maybe we could have compared, but
the only other thing I've done is like Dubbo Zoo,
never been.
and Taronga Zoo is far better than Dubbo, which is also in the middle of nowhere.
Like a New York zoo that's famous.
The one in the Central Park, and then they
there
all
a zoo
escaped
there?
and went to Madagascar.
That's where I knew it from, and I didn't know if that's real or
I actually
not.
don't know if it's real as well.
No,
I remember seeing it in
There's
the
a-
Central Park.
Well, there's the Madagascar zoo that could be pretty good as well.
If you're doing birds of prey, I think like any zoo is
yeah.
fine for that. Like,
If you're doing lions or tigers.
yeah, lions, you got to go
You can
somewhere
even
else.
start a
unfortunately.
circus if you want.
Yeah, the one with the lions, tigers.
Yeah,
Where they
really niche
They're like
reference.
dry. Yeah, dude.
From like 15 years.
No one will get that.
Yeah, if you want a zoo, maybe Australia Zoo, but if you want everything else around it, definitely choose
Taronga's
Taronga.
good. Taronga's good.
All right, boys, our last question today is from our good friend Adam. Adam Hazifi. He is real. Go look him up, _Hazifi. And he's wrote in, can you explain again why Manscaped is amazing? Well, Adam, Ro is about to tell you exactly why Manscaped is so amazing.
I would love to say that, Adam, we told Adam to send this.
Sending in this question.
But Adam, dead set, has done this on his own accord. We don't know Adam Hafisi.
Never met
Never
him.
heard of him.
We've absolutely just given his govy out
Yeah.
as well.
We're going to get doxxed.
And so obviously Adam has tried Manscaped, right? He knows what's so good, but he feels like the need to tell our listeners and the people that we're talking to how good it is as well.
Exactly.
So it's quite a, altruistic question, if I must admit. And speaking of altruism, Manscaped has their new Performance Package 4.0. And let's be real, right? We've read this how many times now?
Ad nauseum.
I know. You know the drill. You know what you get. You get a box. In the box, you get a weed whacker. You get some boxes, which, by the way, the boxes...
Quality.
So the first packet of boxes that we got in the first time we got this box, I was like, decent, right? Not bad. Round 2 box that comes through with the boxes, I don't know what they've done with them, but the fabric is unreal. Yeah. But in the box is a bunch of stuff, right? There's like
Some of which is on the table. If
You
you're
can
on
have a
YouTube.
look.
Oh, wow.
the lawnmower.
The 4.0, baby.
But in the box is a bunch of stuff, right? A lot of good gear in there, right?
Some ball toner.
Ball toner. I didn't even know I needed that in my life until I started using it, and now it's an essential part of my morning routine.
Ball deodorant.
Ball
also.
deodorant is a huge
Essentials.
one. That is, you absolutely need that one.
Yeah, it gets sweaty sometimes.
The gooch gets pretty sweaty and
Exactly.
smelly.
So I recommend
Not only balls, gooch.
Yeah, you can use it for the whole area down there. Just whatever is in that vicinity, just freshen it up.
I leave it in my car actually. So after a football game today,
Yeah.
freshen up a little bit. It's excellent. But like, look, we've said this a million times. Manscaped is class. You support them, you support us. Right? 20%
Emphasize
off.
that enough.
Yeah. And we need support. We literally talked about how poor Manny is for the last hour,
If
right?
you'd like me to have a good 25th birthday,
Exactly.
Manscaped can help us with that.
100%.
And everything you see here was purchased with Manscaped. So, if you want to see more upgrades to the studio,
You bought a row with our Manscaped money.
But no, they're good people in Manscaped, and they've got heaps of people who use it. I use it, Sen uses it, Migs uses it.
We got
It's good
3
stuff.
of the 4 million people.
And as always, 3 of the 4 million, and Kush 4 of the 4 million. But TCB, 20% off at the checkout. Give it a go. Send us a photo of your balls, dare I suggest. Freshly
we
shaved.
encourage it actually.
Yeah, like I will happily accept if you show me a photo of your balls with a Manscaped lawnmower in your hand. I'll shake your hand.
Yeah. I'll gladly accept it with both hands.
Yeah.
Ro and I will take shaved ball photos. Sen will take any ball photos.
But yes,
Get around it. 20%
TCB,
off.
20% off.
Free shipping.
Free shipping.
Free shipping.
Alrighty, fellas, that brings us to the end of the episode. As per usual, check out the TCB Appreciation Society on Facebook, and also keep giving us 5-star reviews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I saw we got a few through on Spotify. Always love to see that. Keep the love coming. And Manny, where can people find us?
You can find us, as you said, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You know they're getting rid of Facebook Podcasts.
I don't even know that was
Wow.
the
I
thing.
didn't know that existed, but we're on there.
We're on there.
We're on there.
Are we actually?
We are absolutely on there.
Fantastic.
Website, which we've paid for recently. We'll go behind the scenes. We paid for our website again recently. So please,
Yeah, go daddy.
we have paid for it. So please go on it. Daddy, please. Criticalbanter.com. It's on there. Where else? YouTube, video versions.
Yes, check out our episode last week with Alex on there. You'll see Ro dying.
On Death's Door. He's on there. And we, clip up some segments, do all that. It's on there. TikTok. Critical Banter.
Go support us
It's
on
there.
TikTok.
Critical Banter Gaming. That's additional content, I must say.
It's content.
It's content.
And it's additional. That's all you need to know. It's all
And
on
it's free. We're not like these other guys with Patreons.
Patreons,
Behind a
no.
paywall. No, everything is free.
No
Free
selling
just
out.
for now. Let us know if you want us to do additional content. We'll come up with some ideas.
Exactly. We're not all right up here.
Yeah,
So we'll come up with something. Links are in the description. And with that, we will see you guys. And hopefully Kush next week.